I called the suicide prevention hotline as a joke. The woman who answered saved my life in an unexpected way. I called the suicide prevention hotline on a dare. My college roommates and I were drunk, making stupid prank calls at 2 a.m. When it was my turn, someone suggested the hotline. Tell them you are suicidal because your goldfish died, my friend slurred, and everyone laughed. I dialed the number planning to hang up after a few seconds. A woman answered, her voice calm and steady. Thank you for calling, my name is Diane. Can I ask what's going on tonight? I froze. The prepared joke suddenly felt cruel. I mumbled something about making a mistake and tried to end the call. That's okay, she said, sometimes people call just to see what it's like. While I have you though, how are you really doing tonight? Something in her voice pierced the genuine interest. Tear made me pause. My roommates were gesturing for me to say something funny, but I turned away. Actually not great, I admitted. It was the first honest thing I'd said in months. My dad had died unexpectedly 3 months earlier. I'd returned to college immediately, telling everyone I was fine. I maintained my 4.0 NEMPLY, kept my part-time job, and smiled through every social interaction. But I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating properly. I was just existing. Diane listened as words poured out of me, parrot things I hadn't told anyone. How I found myself standing still in shower stalls, not remembering how long I'd been there, how I sometimes drove to class and couldn't recall the journey. Have you thought about hurting yourself? She asked gently. No, I said automatically. Sen, maybe, not actively. But sometimes I think about how easy it would be to just not be here anymore. My roommates had lost interest, wandered off to the kitchen for more beer. I sat alone in the hallway talking to a stranger about things I couldn't tell my friends. Diane didn't offer platitudes. She didn't say my dad was in a better place or that time heals all wounds. Instead, she said grief doesn't follow a schedule. Here is no timeline for when you should be over it, and you don't have to pretend you are okay when you are not. We talked for almost an hour before we hung up. She helped me make a plan, pared small steps to connect with campus counseling services, permission to reduce my course load, ways to tell my friends I was struggling. I never got her last name. I don't know what she looked like, but Diane's voice that night, paired her willingness to see past a potential prank call and really hear me, changed everything. I called as a joke. She answered, like it mattered, and it turns out it did.